Hey everyone, welcome to Insightful Gaming. Today, I'm going to walk you through a build that I've been using to farm Kuipers, gold, and many of the Descendants in the game. In my opinion, everyone should invest in getting Bunny, as it will make your life 1000% easier when it comes to farming. This build literally obliterates everything in your way. It's simple to use and straightforward. As always, we'll cover everything you need to know, from how to play Bunny, how to use the skills, Bunny's modules, Reactor, external components, and weapons. This build is perfect for anyone who recently hit 40 and wants to know how to set up Bunny for Endgame. If you enjoy the video and find it valuable, please leave a like and subscribe for more builds. Let's jump into it. In the First Descendant, Bunny stands out thanks to her appealing design, quick movement, and potent area-based damage. Her abilities revolve around electricity and accumulating stacks to unleash powerful attacks. The more Bunny moves, the more electricity she generates, making her perfect for players who enjoy fast-paced, dynamic gameplay. As a result, you'll find yourself constantly hopping around to maximize her potential and enjoy her energetic playstyle. Players must maintain a constant, aggressive playstyle with heavy movement in close combat. Despite these drawbacks, the advantages far outweigh the cons. Bunny is one of the strongest characters in the game, ideal for leveling up and clearing any content in the First Descendant. She excels in area damage and speed, but has lower survivability and requires constant movement. It is so much fun playing her and seeing big numbers fly across your screen, while killing everything in the vicinity. Now, let's dive into Bunny's skills and how to use them effectively. First up is Thrill Bomb. This skill summons an electro orb to attack nearby enemies and inflict them with the electrocute effect. Thrill Bomb creates a massive explosion in a roughly 7-meter radius, dealing significant damage. You can boost this damage further with a skill power modifier and electricity enhancements. The real strength of Thrill Bomb lies in its ability to apply an electrocution status effect, delivering constant damage pulses. With its low cooldown, Thrill Bomb should be your primary ability, capable of hitting up to 6 enemies at once. Next, we have Speed of Light. This skill increases Bunny's sprint speed and the amount of electricity obtained. Use this as often as possible to maximize the electricity you gain. Speed of Light is best utilized right after a Thrill Bomb or Bunny Hop explosion to quickly build up electricity via increased sprint speed. Bunny's passive collection of energy resources powers other skills like Thrill Bomb, Lightning Emission, and Maximum Power. By rushing around and building up energy with Speed of Light, you can maximize the damage output from your skills. Then, there's Lightning Emission. Moving around with this skill deals damage to nearby enemies and inflicts them with the electrocute effect. This is the main bread and butter of this build. With our setup, you can maintain 100% uptime on this skill, ensuring continuous damage and control over the battlefield. Finally, we have Maximum Power. This skill shoots out electricity forward to inflict damage, increasing in proportion to the skill's duration. Use it as a single target nuke beam, especially in boss fights. Make sure you have a full charge before channeling the damage and position yourself safely to avoid incoming damage while fully exposed. Now that we've covered Bunny's skills, let's dive into the modules we're using to make this build truly shine. First, let's talk about the star of our show, High Voltage. This Transcendent module is a Bunny Ultimate exclusive, and it reduces the number of enemies that Thrill Bomb and Lightning Emission can strike, but it significantly increases their range and damage. The exact increase in range and damage is unclear, but it feels pretty insane. I'm hitting enemies 2 rooms away and constantly getting over 1,000,000 crits. If you know the exact numbers, let me know in the comments. With this mod, you won't need to equip any other duration modules. Next, we have the Mid-Air Maneuvering module, which increases module capacity by 10. I personally love what it does to the grappling hook. Now you can grapple in mid-air without needing a corner to latch onto. Moving on, we focus on decreasing our skill cooldown. For this, we use Nimble Fingers, Focus on Electric, which also provides a 6% reduction in cooldown, and Focus on Singular, which gives us another 5% reduction in cooldown. To boost our lightning emission damage, we use Focus on Electric to increase electric damage by 77% and Focus on Singular to boost overall singular skill power by 68%. Remember, lightning emission is both a lightning and singular skill. Even though we don't need more range, we are using skill expansion, which increase our range by a whopping 92%. I'm not even kidding. You'll be killing mobs that are miles away with this much range. For survivability, we use Battle of Stamina, Iron Defense, and to sustain our MP, we use MP Collector. With this setup, you'll never run out of MP. Finally, to increase our skill critical hit rate and skill critical hit damage, we use Skill Concentration for more critical damage, Front Lines for more critical hit damage and hit rate, and Emergency Measures for even more skill critical hit rate and hit damage. Now that we've covered the modules, let's talk about our reactor. For this build, I'm using the Tingling Singularity Reactor. The key here is to focus on electric and singular skill power with a mounting of your choice. Personally, I'm rolling with Python mounting, as that's the weapon I wield while tearing through everything in my path. For passive buffs, try to find ones that increase your electric skill power and the critical damage of your skills. Moving on to our external components, I'm rocking 2 pieces of the Supernova set, which boosts my electric skill power, and 2 pieces of the Annihilation set, increasing skill duration by 5.7%. Next, let's go over the modules for our Python. For this setup, we're focusing on increasing firearm damage, adding elemental damage, boosting the number of rounds per magazine, and enhancing critical strikes with the weapon. It's a bit unconventional, but it works great. For modules, I'm using Toxic Enhancement, but feel free to choose whatever you prefer. Rifling Reinforcement is essential for more firearm attack, and Action and Reaction also boost firearm attack. Better Concentration and Better Insight, along with Concentration Priority and Insight Focus, will increase your critical damage and fire rate. Additionally, the Fire Rate Up module boosts fire rate, while Weak Point Sight enhances weak point damage, and Expand Weapon Charge allows for more bullets in the magazine. And that wraps up our comprehensive build guide for Bunny in the First Descendant. We've covered everything from skills and playstyle to weapons, modules, reactors, and external components. With this setup, Bunny becomes an unstoppable force, allowing you to farm Kuipers, gold, and Descendants with ease. Remember, the key to mastering Bunny is constant movement and effective use of her electrifying abilities. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Insightful Gaming for more detailed build guides and gaming tips. Your support means a lot and helps us bring more quality content to the community. If you have any questions or suggestions for future builds, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching and happy gaming!